Hey healthy skincare lovers, I decided to carry out an experiment to confirm if sunscreen was really important. What's the hype about sunscreens? So I bought 4 apples, decided to use different sunscreens on them and label it. So I was going to use the Elta MD sunscreen, which is a physical sunscreen on 1 apple, which I did. I put it all over. It's a physical sunscreen and physical sunscreens leave white cast. Next, I took a sunscreen, a hybrid sunscreen, and I was using the Tiam hybrid sunscreen because it's a hybrid sunscreen. It has both physical and chemical properties, but this one doesn't leave a white cast, so it's good. I've used it and I love it. This is my second bottle and it's very nice. Doesn't stink the eye, doesn't leave a white cast. Very good. Next, I use the famous Misha Aqua sunscreen. This is a hot seller in the skincare industry, so it's a proper chemical sunscreen, leaves no white cast, and it's good for all skin types. So all apples have sunscreens on them, so I'm going to be taking out the apple with the physical sunscreen out into the sun immediately, because you can just walk out in the sun into the sun when you have a physical sunscreen on. So I'm just going to put it on top of my car. I'm also going to bring out the apple with no sunscreen. Finally, 15 minutes later, we have all apples out, apples with the physical sunscreens and apples with the chemical sunscreen and apples with the hybrid sunscreen. They're all lined up, as you can see, sitting pretty under the sun. These are the only things willing to sit under the sun. Finally, at the end of day 1, I'm bringing in the apples, and these are what they look like. Can you see? Okay guys, this is day 7 and the apples have been sitting out every day under the sun. I've been applying sunscreen on the apples. Just to let you know, before I apply sunscreen each day, I actually have to wash the apples, guys, with my cleanser. This experiment is expensive. Okay, so these are what the apples look like. So this is the apple, and I'm going to be reapplying the sunscreen in the same order, and these are the sunscreens we used for this experiment. So let's get right into it. Guys, can you see the apple without a sunscreen, how it's looking already? So let's start reapplying. Of course, we're going to take the physical sunscreen. Remember, we're using the Elta MD sunscreen. I call it the Elta Med sunscreen for those in the medical world like us. So next, I'm going to apply with the one with the Misha. Oh, this is too much. I have to put some on my face. Just go in and apply it all over. Then finally, the apple with the hybrid sunscreen. And so they're all ready to go out into the sun. I'm taking the apple with the physical sunscreen to the sun, out into the sun. Guys, can you see the difference? Can you see? Finally, all apples are out. This is day 7. Okay, guys, so this is end of day 7, and I've brought in the apples. Guys, my auntie nearly ate this apple. Anyway, so can you see how the apples look? So this is the apple without a sunscreen. This is how it looks after 7 days. Color change, yellowish. This is apple with the physical sunscreen. As you can see, still maintain some of its greenish color, still strong. This is the apple with the hybrid sunscreen. Guys, can you see how it looks? Still maintain some freshness, man. Then finally, this is the apple with the chemical sunscreen, the Misha Aqua. And this is what the apples look like 7 days later, constantly under the sun. So guys, can you see the difference? This is the apple without a sunscreen. Wow, all soft. Guys, can you see? This confirms that sunscreen is important.